fucked him up, picked up another fucking victim. I gave it to him. I was all in his territory, man. All in his territory. I was just real aggressive, focused on pushing the attack and initiating the war, you know what I mean? And I just wanted to be real aggressive, and I just stuck it to him. Just gave him that funk, you feel me? You know, I don't play good defensively, so I just wanted to really just attack, and he was too submissive. He wasn't being active enough, you know what I mean? He wasn't really developing his pieces, so he gave me basically the open door to just attack, you know what I mean? It's like, you got a dude that's fighting you, you know what I mean? He got his guard up, but he leaving his shit wide open, like he just letting you hit him, and he walking forward, just taking punches. And eventually I just landed that knockout punch. Then he just, you know, put him to sleep. That's what the fuck I do. So watch this game. I was all in his grill, like all in his backspace, in his territory. And I just wiped him out, you know, made real good moves, was real focused, and, you know, fucked him up. Check it out. Alright folks, so here go the game. As I said earlier, it was a situation where I put him in a situation where his king was really vulnerable and surrounded by all of my pieces, and he had to basically give up a real powerful piece, the queen or the rook, to stay in the game. So let me show you how this ended. Move my pawn up there. And as I said, he gave me too much time to, he was being too passive, not developing enough, I don't feel. I just was making overall better moves, not protecting this pawn, took it. So that's an early lead, protecting this piece. Moved up to protect him. Keep being aggressive, moving more of my pieces up. Trapped the bishop, forced him to take this. Took back. So this is basically what caused his death, these 3 pawns. You see his king is right here now, but eventually his king gets stuck right here. So let me show y'all how that ended. I had the back come up because I wanted to eventually unleash my queen, but I couldn't do that because basically this spot right here is vulnerable. He could take him, check me, then take the rook. I didn't want that, so I had the back come up first. That was my first priority. Then I keep pushing, pressing over here. He blundered right there, just gave that up. He took back, and that's when I started to fuck him up. So this is what I was interested in. I was like, me and my friend was, as I was playing this game, my friend was looking, and I was like, what you think I should do? Should I take that pawn? I was gonna take him anyway. I was like, should I take this pawn and put him in check? Because I figured he'd probably give up the queen. You get more pieces out of that. You exchanging one queen for a rook and a bishop. I don't really think that's worth it, because I think a rook and a bishop is worth 8 points and the queen is worth 9, so obviously that wouldn't be a good exchange, and he didn't do that. He didn't feel so neither, so he moved out the way, and then I took him, he took him back, then I moved my queen up here, check. That's pretty much the end. Let's zoom in on this death right here. Look at this. Check. He moved right there. Check again. And then he quit, because when I moved right here, what was he gonna do? You can't move right here, you can't move right here, you can't move right here, you can't move right here. You can't move on none of these squares up here because of the rook blocking that whole thing off. My rook shut all this shit the fuck down. My queen shutting all this the fuck down. My pawn, both of these pawns is really important, because he can't move right here because of the pawn, can't move right here because of this pawn, or right here because of this pawn and my queen. Only thing he can do to stop this check from the queen is to move the rook down. But then I just take him. I take his rook, and then all he could do after that, he could do something, I don't know, over here, but then I just press that piece up again, and then he'd be back into check with my queen. So he was pretty much fucked. That's how I got him. So as you can see, I dominated that game. The next move for me, I think, was to push my queen up, because his king couldn't even move onto the next lane. My rook was blocking that whole lane off, as y'all can see. So the only thing that he could do, and because my pawns was right there, he couldn't move down. So the only thing that he can do was to block the check with my queen, with his queen, or either his rook, I believe. And then after he did that, of course, I was just going to take the queen, go to rook with my pawn. I think it was the queen that I could have took. I think that's the only thing that he could have blocked the check with. Possibly the rook too. But either way, he would have been really down with material. And eventually I would have pressed those pawns up, got another queen, and just destroyed them. Blew them the fuck out. So, yeah, good move by me, good game by me. I fucked them up. Gave them that funk. You know, gave him that F-U-N-K, that funk, and I'm the champ. Fuck with me.